Okay, I'm doing a really quick like rundown of Radnuts to clear up stuff just because I get a lot of questions. So, they're compatible with most wheels, 59 millimeters and larger. So, I mean, they don't necessarily have to be that big, but that's the best fit. Let's see. So here's the energy wheel. This is an old Adam Stroker. This is an old Juke that I painted. Let's see. There's an 8 millimeter nut actually inside here, so it replaces your nut. If you have a 7 millimeter plate, these won't fit, but 8 millimeter is pretty much standard nowadays. The best result, like the best fit you're gonna get if the wheel has like an actual hub as its core. Like this is a plastic hub. This one is a hub. For example, this wheel and like a lot of the Bones wheels, see there's no hub, it's just completely, you know, the wheel, the urethane. Best result is going to be the hub because it kind of creates depth between the edge, like the lip, and then down where the bearing is to the center of the wheel. You need that space because that's where the Radnut kind of floats whenever it's screwed on. Does that make sense? Let's see. So here's just examples. I didn't think the energy wheel would work, but it does. For examples, that's a turbo. This is a Moda, some kind of Moda wheel. Let's see, having the core hub is not absolutely necessary. This is some prototype that I have. You can see, like I said before, there's no hub, but it cuts in enough, and it, like the space, the depth between here and down here is long enough for it to screw on, and so it works. However, it doesn't necessarily look very great because it's kind of sticking out. That brings me to the next point. The best fit you're going to get is with wheels that are 38 millimeters or wider. So if you have super narrow wheels, like for instance, these are Varsity Plus wheels. Right here. They're awesome. I love them, but they're super narrow, like compared to this. See the difference? So that's super narrow. So the Radnut fits on there, but look at it from the side. It looks kind of silly. You know, it sticks out because that's as far as it'll screw down. Same with the Moxie wheels, the Trick wheels, this one and the green ones, and probably the Fun Day wheels too. I don't have any yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be the same for those. Like, it fits, but yeah, that looks a little strange, right? And I guess the last point, unfortunately, they're also not compatible with the Moxie gummy wheel. See, you can screw it on, but it won't roll. And that's just because, like, there's plenty of a cut in there, but it's just kind of, see how it, like, bubbles out? It bubbles out too much, and it stops the Radnut. So anyway, and then also not compatible with the luminous light-up wheels. Same thing, like, see, there's no core, but you see how small of a space it is between here and down there, and that doesn't give it enough room to screw on. Also, since the luminous wheels have the spacer to make them light up, a lot of people have, like, already have trouble screwing those onto their trucks because the spacer takes up a little more space than normal wheels. And sometimes people are finding that their nut won't screw on all the way, or it'll screw on and it'll fall off. I'll give you a tip. Here's the secret. If you flip your nut around, where's the nut? If you flip your nut over, so normally, this is how you put the nut on your wheel, right? If you're having trouble with not having enough room to screw it on, flip it upside down, and then screw it on, and that will do the trick. It's because the little piece of nylon, on the top just has like it bites down a little bit more, just a tiny bit more, so it stays up. But that's the trick. Long story is the reason the spacer is too wide is because they're actually an inline spacer because inline bearings have to have spacers, and the company just used the same spacer, not realizing that quads needed a different, a more narrow spacer. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Last thing is, all Radnuts come with this tool, so you can screw them on. These fit down in little holes, so you can screw them like this. But here's a pro tip. I'm gonna have to use my feet like a monkey to screw this on. I didn't realize this for a long time. That fits into a standard skate tool, you see? So you don't have to do it with your hand and like tear up your fingers, because that's super hard. You just fit it in there and then put your normal skate tool over it. Way easier. Yay, trick, you're welcome. Hopefully that clears up all the questions. If I left something out, ask me. Otherwise, cool. Get some Radnuts.